No mai, haere mai. Welcome to 3 News. A pre-Christmas economic boost. That's how the Finance Ministers described today's third quarter GDP figures. They show economic growth of 1.1% in the 3 months to September, a significant improvement from the previous contraction of -1% in the 3 months to June, which has been revised down from -0.9%. Labor pointed out that GDP in the 12 months to September was down compared on the previous year. But Nicola Willis focused on the latest quarter, which showed increases in 14 out of 16 industries, including construction and retail. Political correspondent Zane Small reports.
The streets are packed in central Wellington, with customers flocking to the shops ahead of Christmas. A welcome rush for retailers like The Last Footwear, a family-owned business on Lambden Quay.
Tracking along a lot better than we were last year. It is kind of feeling like we could be at the end of the recession.
Today's third quarter GDP figures reflect that, showing the economy grew 1.1% in the 3 months to September. And that followed a 1% contraction in the previous 3 months to June, an improvement Kiwi Bank economist Sabrina Delgado describes as significant.
It's a really broad-based lift in activity. 14 of the 16 measured industries posted increases over the quarter. That bodes really well for the recovery into next year.
It's been really good to just have business kind of increasing a lot, yeah.
The Finance Minister full of festive cheer.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Growth is here and the New Zealand economy is in good stead for a better 2026.
Stats NZ noted that while GDP rose in 3 of the last 4 quarters, it fell 0.5% over the year ended September 2025 compared with the year ended September 2024, as Labour candidate Craig Rennie also pointed out.
On an annual basis is still minus 0.5% growth.
The Finance Minister has a different interpretation.
Comparing the September quarter this year with the September quarter last year, the economy is 1.3% better.
What the Minister of Finance appears to have done is to have used a quarter-on-quarter change, which is not the Statistics New Zealand officially recognised number.
But importantly for the government, today's data is a snapshot of tangible growth for the economy. For example, construction has finally seen an uplift of 1.7%. Manufacturing is up 2.2% and retail trade is up 1.3%, sectors that have struggled during the downturn.
Household consumption is picking up. Business investment is quite strong, as we saw in this release. That should all continue, and it's all because we have interest rate settings where they need to be.
There are fears that interest rate reductions could be behind us, though, with ASB and BNZ, the latest banks to hike some of their longer-term home loan rates today, after the Reserve Bank signalled in November that official cash rate cuts were over.
Looking at interest rates today where they are compared to a year ago, they're still materially lower. They're still at levels that should encourage growth and are encouraging growth, as we've seen today.
It's a good feeling to kind of be hopeful for the future that it is going to maybe get back to where it was and start picking up, yeah.
Wrap on your sunnies because the future's looking a bit brighter for the economy.
And Zane, the government hopes to grow the economy with the latest fast-track approval.
Yes, although this one may be controversial, it's the first major mining project to receive fast-track approval under the government scheme that bypasses the usual resource consenting process. So the company Oceana Gold has been given the green light to expand its mining operation in Waihi further north, and now the consent will extend beyond the original planned expiry date of 2030 out to 2043. And the reason I say it may be controversial is because the Resources Minister, Shane Jones, visited that Waihi mine earlier this year, and he was met by a group of protesters, and it did get a bit heated at times. The demonstrators expressing concern about the impact of mining on the environment and the species that live there. But the government has a plan to double the value of mineral exports, and Shane Jones says the Waihi mining project is expected to generate billions in additional gold and silver exports.
Zane, thanks so much for that update. Ngā mihi.